Okay, guys. So, good morning, everyone. Good morning, YouTube. Bom dia a todos. Bom dia, YouTube. Meu nome é Arthur. Eu estou aqui com a Glorinha, a Érica e a Jéssica. E, bom, hoje o nosso tema, né, da imersão para iniciantes é Learning New Languages, né? Aprendendo novas línguas. E, bom, eu gostaria de compartilhar antes, né, de estar iniciando aqui, falar um pouco da plataforma, né, da Talk and Talk. Bom, a Talk and Talk ela é uma plataforma, né, onde nós praticamos o idioma de inglês, espanhol, italiano, francês, alemão, mandarim, e eu acho que eu não sei se eu me esqueci de algum, mas são muitos. E o legal da Talk and Talk é que a gente pode estar conversando, praticando a fala, né? Eu acho que é o mais interessante, porque o teórico é fácil de estar aprendendo, mas falar, gesticular, pensar em inglês também é muito interessante, né? Então, conversar com pessoas em inglês ou na qualquer língua que seja, eu acredito que vai desenvolvendo bastante, né? E essa é a ideia aqui da Talk and Talk, né? Eu não sou professor, eu sou um aluno, estou sempre aprendendo também, como todos aqui. E, bom, eu acho que todo mundo pode falar abertamente, se tiver dúvida, todo mundo vai se ajudando. Aqui eu deixo bem livre para a gente estar conversando e ajudando, né? Cada um, porque acho que o aprendizado aqui é de todos, né? De poder compartilhar e de respeitar também, né? Porque acho que nem todo mundo sabe tudo de tudo. E todo mundo eu sempre acredito que as pessoas têm algo a acrescentar, né? Nas imersões aqui. Então, pessoal, fiquem à vontade, estamos aqui para errar e acertar também. E vamos junto aí nessa caminhada da imersão de hoje, ok? So, I will introduce myself first. My name is Arthur. I'm 35 years old. I'm married. I have one son and two pets, one cat and one dog. Um, I live in Rio Claro. It's a city countryside of São Paulo, near of Campinas, Piracicaba, Limeira Americana. And I am a civil engineer, but nowadays I'm working with in international commercial area. So I started 2 months ago, and for me it's a big and different experience to work with sales and talking with a lot of people around the world. And in my free time, I like to play the guitar and to play with my son too. And I am trying to read English books. So, but I'm trying to start. Well, that's it. So, Glorinha, please introduce yourself.
Okay, guys, good morning. I am Glorinha. I live in Belo Horizonte. I'm married. I have two grown children, a daughter and a son. I have pets. I have a little dog. His name is Bob. And I have two cats, Lola and Victoria. In my free time, I like to travel. I like to play shuttlecock. I like study English. I like practicing English with you guys. For me, it's so important to improve my English. Stay here in Talk and Talk or in another platform. For me, it's a good way to improve my English. I have been studying English since 2020. I study alone. Uh, I I improve my English learn studying in YouTube and others platforms with another teachers. And now I don't have more time to study a lot, but I think in English every day. I practice in English every day. I practice my listening, my speaking, um, for me, it's a good way to study and learning. And I'm retired, but I continue working. I have my own business. I have a coffee shop, and there I think it's a good way, a good place for me. Practicing my English too, because sometimes I have clients to speak in another language, uh, Germany, for example, English. I don't speak German, but some, when I have a client to speak Germany, I I try to understand them and speak a little. And sometimes I I learned some words with them. For me, it's so good. Yeah, that's it for me for today.
Thank you, Gloria. Thank you. It's very, very nice that when we have a different experience with you,
Yeah,
another language too. Yes, thank you. Thank you for sharing.
welcome.
Erica, please.
Good morning, everyone. Like Glorinha, I live in Belo Horizonte as well. I'm a nutritionist. I work in some public schools here. I'm single. I live with my parents, my older parents. They are already older. And I have two sisters, Ana Paula and Yasmin. My dog died last 2 years ago. Her name was Bidu. And in my free time, I love cooking, reading books, going out with friends, watching TV series. And now I back to talk and talk in my swimming classes because I love to swim. And I'm here like everyone, also to improve my English skills. For me, speaking and listening are my weak skills in English. My better one is reading and writing. And that's it. It's a pleasure to be with you guys in this cloudy morning in Belo Horizonte today. But how about you, Jessica? Tell about you for us.
Bye, guys. I'm Jessica. I'm 32 years old and I live in Porto Velho, Rondônia. I have five siblings, but I live alone in apartment. Um, I work at a bank and uh, I I I stopped to study English here a few months. I'm back now because it's more important to know English. It's a language. It's a universal language. Um, I study for eu não sei o nome concursos and I practice belly dance. I like dance, and in my free time, I like read or sleep. I love sleep, and that's it for now.
Thank you, Jessica. Thank you very much. Well, today we're gonna talk about learning new languages. Um, I really like this topic because last immersion we talked about a little to learn a new language. So I really like it this topic and I told to me, well, it's a good topic to talk with our friends and share a lot of experience. So I will start with Glorinha. Glorinha, the number two. What language do you speak and how did you learn them? You told a little bit with English, but I don't know if you have another one that you tried to learn. So please.
Oh, I learned Portuguese I like my language, and I study English. I study English. I try to speak English. I am learning day by day, um, and I like one day I will speaking better. I understand more, and I will to talk with native, um, not fluently, because for me it's I don't have the expectative to know to be fluently, but if I can understand and speaking better, for me that's okay. And I have a dream to speak Italian because I like so much Italy. And I don't know. I didn't. Um, I never traveled to Italy, but one day I will be travel to Italy. And when this when it's to be, my expectative is to understand a little
Mhm.
and speak a little Italian too.
Yes, very nice, very nice. I will try to learn Italy too, but it's not my moment. Thank you,
Yes,
Glorinha.
here in Talk and Talk have a good hoster,
É,
uh,
Rosália,
Rosalia.
Rosália. Yes,
But now I don't have time to practice and study with Rosalia. But I think another next year I will be there.
yes, yes. Glorinha, thank you, thank you very much. Jessica, what about you?
So I speak Portuguese only, and it's my native language. I learned since when I was child, but I tried to learn English a few years, but I started after I stopped and eu fico nessa montanha russa.
Mhm,
And I to speak another language is a very hard for me because I don't have a discipline,
mhm.
and I want to learn the other language, but I need to practice. I need to learn English at the moment, and I don't know. To talk to me in Portuguese is very hard. In English, it's worse.
Mhm.
Uh, but I try.
Yes. And you, how did you learn English?
Um,
Had classes with teacher or
I
by
I I started em cursinho de
mm,
inglês. Um, não deu certo.
yeah.
Depois eu fui para o cursinho online, também não deu certo porque eu não tenho disciplina. Depois conheci a Toca and Toca. Aí no começo eu estava bem, mas aí aconteceram algumas coisas, eu deixei de lado e agora eu tô voltando.
Yes, yes, but you speak very well, very well. I think that you are in a right way. So I think that you are very
Amém.
uh, no caminho, né? On the way. Thank you, Jessica. Erica, I'm curious about you.
Uh, mhm. I speak Portuguese and English, but I'm fluency only in Brazilian Portuguese. Um, how did you I learned Portuguese? So I was exposed to Portuguese when I in the belly of my mom. After when I born, my parents and relatives after talked to me in Portuguese as well.
Uh-huh.
And after that, to refine my Brazilian Portuguese, I got to school to learn how to write and read Portuguese. But when you think about it speak, I didn't need to go to class to speak Portuguese. When you think about the child, kids can talk in Portuguese if only 2, 3 years old. So I think it's important you be exposed to other language in order to learn it. And when I talk about English, like Jessica, I did some English course as well. So expensive. I can say to you guys, I could buy a car if the money that I have spent to try to learn English in the English course. But when you say about the time to study, for us, I think it's a little bit hard because today I'm an adult. So today I need to work. So I don't have too much time to study English that I would like to have. It's a big problem as well. Not a problem, it's a challenge. But
Mhm.
now I'm here in talking. I have been here in the last July for only 30 months in a promotion that Felipe Soares did in his birthday. And now I'm back as a student. I bought a pack for 12 months to learn English and to be fluent, but I think it's so difficult. For example, when I compare when I in here last July and now, for example, in July I didn't read the questions before the immersion. I didn't
Mhm.
get to immersion. Now I can read the question before. If for me it's not good, why? Because I'm always thinking I'm not prepared enough. I'm not prepared enough. So I won't go the immersion. So
Mhm.
I think I need to change my mind and just go ahead. For I think everyone when Gloria Jessica said, I speak Portuguese. Jessica, you speak Portuguese and English. All
Yes.
of us speak Portuguese and English. You are not native speakers as well, but when you think about English, the majority of people around the world um, speak English, but they are not from the native culture that speak the native English culture. Do you understand me? So I think we are all in a good way here in talk.
Yes, Erica, thank you very much. Well, in my case, I speak Portuguese, English, and I'm trying to learn Spanish because of my job. So it's not I am learning by myself, and I am using the Talk and Talk platform because here we have a course with Spanish classes. So I am doing the class there. But for me, it's very different because when we talk English, it's very um, common to us. When you are thinking and talking, and that's okay. But in Spanish, I feel sometimes we talk. I'm talking in Spanish, but when I don't know the word, I think first in English and then in Portuguese. So it's very difficult. Confuse my mind. But I have to learn. So I am doing the class. I didn't participate in immersions here yet, because of the time, and I am review my schedule life because I was in a job almost two months, so I am maybe my schedule is confused yet, but it's a new experience for me, and it's very nice, Erica, when you said that. Sorry, that we know to speak English, and the another countries in the world know how to speak English, and but not fluence like a native, you know. And it's very nice because I had the experience that I was talking Spanish with a Mexican, but my Spanish is not so good, and I asked to him, "Oh, Fulano, can you speak in English with me? Do you know speak English?" And he said, "Oh yes, we can speak in English." So it was very nice because it wasn't his native language, so the level was the same. So he don't know speak English as a native, and so do I. And then the conversation flew. So, but it's very nice experience. But he knows how to speak in English, and I do, and I know too. So it was very nice. It was very important, and well, many different experience, I think.
Arthur, I think we are here, um, many persons, many people to speak English, uh, uh, not fluent, but so good. I I had opportunity to speak in another platform. I don't know if you know, guys, Clube Poliglotas.
Mm,
Sometime I enter in this platform, and there are persons around the world, much countries, and um, the conversation not is fluid because other people don't have um, ability skills yet to for conversation here in Talk and Talk in another platform. When I practice conversation, our English is so better. It's not better. It's so good because here we're speaking about some subjects, and we are together every time, every week, every day, and it for me it's so good. And I think it's a good way to uh, we nos tornarmos fluently. Uh, I think we Brazilians nós cobramos a lot with us.
yes, I'm
I
agree.
think it's other cada person it's have a time to study, to learning, to understanding. It's a way a seguir, to flow.
Mhm. Yes.
Cada
I
um no
think
seu tempo.
yes, I think that here with Glorinha, Erica, and Jessica, for me, we have a good conversation here. We are
Yes,
talking in English. We are understand each others.
yes,
So it's not I know because my mom, she's learning how to speak English with a teacher, and he's he's very beginner, but I think that the last 6 months he learned a lot. He she doesn't know to speak like us, but now she's uh I don't know if the correct word, building phrases, and like, oh, do you like this? Are you good? So, and I think that maybe sometimes we are very anxious to learn and speak a lot, but we have a process. So, like when we were a child, when we were kids. So Erica said, we start to learn Portuguese, but not how we can speak nowadays. When we were younger, we talk a little bit and then more vocabulary. So I think that the English it's the same. But oh my gosh. I think that if you, Glorinha, when you will speak with another people in English, Glorinha, Érica e Jéssica, oh, eu tenho certeza that you can speak very well because you are talking and thinking and understanding what we are talking here. So it's very, very
Yeah.
nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
I will change the question. The question number 12, the last question. Um, do you do you believe that learning an language changed the way you think? Why or why not? Uh, I will start with Erica.
Uh, for me, yes, because if the my main difficulty is about to thinking in Portuguese and speaking English. It's not the same process. So I know I need to think in English in order to speak in English as well. Because if I only try to think in Portuguese and speak in English, oh my gosh, it's not connection. And I think the amazing strategy of the talking talk is about that. When Gloria said about that other platform, because here you have the questions, you can prepare the answers, so you can improve your vocabulary and you can improve your English talking, your English, your speaking skills. But if you try only thinking Portuguese, is you are not able to speaking in English if fluency. Okay, today I'm beginner is the correct way. I'm not able to do more than this, but I know I need you in some moments to think in English. How about you, Jessica? What do you think about?
Um, I, I don't know, to learn English is a process. Is that for me, it's a big challenge. Uh, uh, like Erica said, I think in Portuguese, but I speak to English, so it's it's a little different. And I don't know. I believe learning is it's a it's good for my memory, for my I don't know relation with other people, and but it's a hard process. It's sometimes I think and give up because I think I think it's not for me. But in Rio, it's a practice, it's a discipline, it's a don't give up. And I don't know, do you understand me?
Yes, yes.
I
I'm with you.
don't, I can't to stay and in words, but it's English in our case, and English I I see with I don't know porta para others opportunity,
Mhm.
and I want, and but it's a very uncomfortable. I don't know.
Yes, yes. Because another language, and I think when we are doing something that we are not comfortable, uh, learning new language, learning for me another job or another area in our life. So the changes, it's um, we feel that the first feeling is, oh, I can do this. So, and the second, oh, that's okay. It's not too bad. And what about you, Glorinha?
Oh, guys, yes, I believe. I think when you speak another language, when you know you're learning another language, you become more powerful,
Yeah.
more confident, and if you can, if you have opportunity to travel for another country, for you is a good way to practice, to understand, to know others people, and communicate for them. And when you have opportunity to to another job. I think another language, English, for example, or another language, French or Italy, Germany, it's so good to open the doors for you,
Mhm.
to have opportunity to uh, competitive for another person. And it's for me, it's uh, oh, for me, open the doors, open the windows. You see the world for another eyes. For me, it's so good. In my case, guys, especially in my age, it's so good because I work my brain. My
Mhm.
brain. It's a wonderful experience for me.
Yes, I was reading about this last week. The learning new language, it's helpful to our brain because we
Yes.
work with different areas and stimula, né?
Yes.
Our mind, our thinking. So it's very helpful.
It's so good too because, for example, in these holidays,
Mhm,
I I watching a series, Lincoln Lawyer, uh, O Poder e a Lei. Oh, I can understand very phrases, very speaking
mhm,
the actors. Um, I'm not to read the legends,
mhm,
and when I didn't know, I returned. the road. No, I don't know if the road. I return and I watch more again, and I understand. Um, I understand so much in English. Uh, okay, not all, but sometimes the context, I recognize words, phrases. Um, oh, it's so good. It's so good for
Yeah.
me.
Mhm. Yes, yes. I understood. I understand you because we we feel happy, like
Yes, yes.
that's okay.
I
But I
think
think
I am in the right way.
yes, yes. But because I think that the difference between us and the high level uh, English talkers, I think that's vocabulary because
Yeah.
vocabulary sometimes I really don't know, and sometimes I forgot the word
Yeah.
and like I in this wiki I don't know who said regarding, and I was, what is that regarding? E eu fiquei ali, "Puta, o que que é regarding e tal?" Aí voltou, putz, so I remembered, but sometimes the vocabulary it's a not it's not a problem to us, but it's a limit, and I think that's it, because when you know more vocabulary, not the como é que eu posso, how can I say? É, as gírias, não é gírias, como é que falam?
Slangs.
Yes.
Slang.
Então, so it's different, but the way that we are talking here, it's like a good conversation. So it's very very important. But I think that vocabulary you will improve watching series, reading books, and doing immersions with
Yeah. Exactly.
very different subjects. So
Yeah.
these subjects is that okay? Language, okay. But I did an immersion with once time with Solon. I don't know if you know Solon. It was very very nice because it was a different subject. It was about I, uh, I, ER, inteligência artificial. So
Technology.
technology,
I
yeah,
already participated in immersion about technology and artificial intelligence. And for me, it
yes,
was so hard. Why? Because almost of the people in the immersion work with technology, but I'm a nutritionist. So in Portuguese, I'm not able to talk a lot about this topic. When
yes,
you think
yes.
about in English, oh my gosh, just short answer, because people can speak a lot because they have a background to talk about this topic, but I
Mhm,
don't have background to talk about artificial intelligence, sometimes some kinds of technology. And for me, I think some topics, some subject here is so hard for us that are
mhm,
beginners, but I really invite you to go because
yes.
you can learn new vocabulary. And when you think about it, I can understand each one here, but I think you are in the same level. But some people speak no fast, but uh, they are almost fluent, So
Mhm.
they speed is not like me. I think before to talk, so it's a little bit slow.
Yes, yeah. I'm agree with you. Uh,
In this case, Erica, I I didn't participate, but before, not before, after, I listened because I didn't know um, uh, about technology. I'm very um, I I didn't understand. Uh, I understand a little, but when I think about vocabulary, for me it's important to watching and listening these immersions after, because I have opportunity to understand and capture um, more vocabulary for my English. But
Yes, yes,
I didn't participate
yes,
because
very,
I don't have vocabulary in Portuguese. Imagine in English.
yeah, it's a big challenge. What
Yeah.
about you, Jessica? What do you think about the immersions? I don't know if you participated in an immersion with a different subject.
Oh, I saw the plane, and this topic is not for me. I'm out.
Yes, yes.
I technology. I don't understand anything about this. I know Instagram, social medias. I use
Mhm.
social media, but I don't know to talk about about this, or como elas são feitas, né? I
Yes,
don't
yes.
understand about technology, and I don't participate. Ah, esqueci a palavra, é medo. Eu fico com medo to participate this topic, or topics I don't understand anything, because I can't to talk in Portuguese. In English, it's it's
The
worse.
same. Yes, yes. I think that if we are talking about social medias, I think that's okay. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, I don't know. Maybe that's okay. We are safe. But IT, oh my gosh, I, they had very words and I don't know. Um, words and the sentences, and it's very boxed. I think that the subject. So and I try to put in my immersions because we are in the morning, so not so heavy subjects. So I try to put here soft subjects, not because I think that we are talking about and we are improving our English and vocabulary, but I don't put subjects like yet, né? Ainda, mas pode ser que eu coloque. Alguns some subjects with a dense vocabulary. Maybe we can try one day. And I think a lot of things, different ways to do immersions here in Talk and Talk. Maybe I think about a game. I don't know, but I'm thinking about with words and we are talking about the words. So I'm trying to think in a different way to put some words and we work with them in my immersion. So I'm studying the a different way to do. I will try one day here. So, but that's very nice. Erica, when I started in Talk and Talk, I read the questions before, but one day I didn't read I didn't read, and it was a disaster. So it was a disaster. But that's okay. We are here and we are here to improve our English in another language. Oh, well, I will finish the transmission on YouTube and estamos finalizando aqui. E so bye bye